Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Web Geeks. My name is Pawan Nagar. Friends, with the help of this channel, we are providing some useful videos for beginner programmers and web developers. In the series of Codeignitor for beginners, you have seen my last video. In this video, you have learnt about installation of Codeignitor, changing default controller, and removing index.php from the URL. So in the same series, today's topic is directory structure of Codeignitor. Friends, when we install Codeignitor project in our system, it creates a directory. If we want to work with Codeignitor, we need to study the whole directory structure of Codeignitor development. So friends, as you seen in my last video, we downloaded the latest version of Codeignitor from the internet. We've got a zip file of Codeignitor version. We extract the zip file and rename it to the as per requirement of our project name. So when we open this project, we have a directory structure like applications, system, user guide, index.php and license.txt. Index.php defines the default view of Codeignitor. License.txt defines the version of the license of Codeignitor. Apart from this, we have application, system and user guide folder. We studied these folders one by one to see the workspace area of Codeignitor. We have folders, application, system and user guide, and the files index.php and license.txt in the directory structure of Codeignitor when we install a project in our system. So friends, let us move further. We have a folder application. You can see the folder list of application folder. Apart from application folder, we have system folder. In system folder, we have all system directories. That is the default directory structure for the functionality of Codeignitor. Beginners should not disturb this default functionality. Apart from this, we have user underscore guide folder. In this user underscore guide folder, we have complete documentation of Codeignitor. By this documentation, we can have a detailed study of Codeignitor. We have several reference URL for the full functionality of Codeignitor. With the help of this documentation, we can study the installation and other aspects like development, helpers, database management of the Codeignitor. We have all reference links available for the functionality of Codeignitor in the user guide documentation. Let us move further. Application folder is the main development workspace area for a developer in Codeignitor. In application folder, we have cache, config, controller, core, helper, hooks, language, libraries, logs, includes, third party and view folders. As we know that Codeignitor is a MVC framework. MVC means Model View Controller. Model View Controllers are the main folders of a MVC framework. So we study these folders before other folders. In model folder, we define our model files. Model files basically define all the functionality related to the database and the query processing in the Codeignitor. In controller folder, we define all controller files. Those are responsible for operations as well as business logics in the functionality of Codeignitor. And in view folders, we have all design templates for presentation, means for presentation views. We can have some subfolders for managing separate directories for our different modules in the view folders. Apart from MVC folders, we have some other folders. We will study these folders one by one in our next step. So let us move further. Cache folder is basically for defining caching functionality. We will study about caching functionality in our upcoming videos. Apart from this, we have config folder. In config folders, we have several important files like upload.php, config.php, constant.php, database.php, route.php and hooks.php. And we have some other files too. Autoload.php defines the autoload functionality in Codeignitor. We can have mentioned autoload variables or functions in this autoload.php. In config.php, we have several configurations and we can manage our project base URL in config.php too. In constant.php, we can define several constants and we can use these constants into the whole project. Database.php defines the connectivity of database. Routes.php having functionality to change the default controller as well as defining several routes for our controllers in the whole project of Codeignitor. Apart from this, we have hooks.php. Hooks basically are used to add some extra functionality or to make some changes in existing functionality of Codeignitor. We can define our hooks into the hooks.php file and mention the different files related to the hooks functionality into our hooks folder. Apart from this, we have some other useful files. Those we are study in our next upcoming videos as per the functionality of these files. Now we have controller folder. We have already described it. Core folder defines the core functionality. In core folder, we can mention our core models. We can add our core models and controllers to use in our overall project. In helper folder, we can define helpers. Apart from helpers, we have hooks folder. In hooks folder, we can include all our hooks files Those we are defined in our hooks.php of config folder. We have language folder. In this folder we can mention our language files. We have English is a default language file. Apart from this, we can include several language files in language folder. In library folder, we can include several libraries to use in our Codeignitor project, like PDF library, Excel library, email library, etc. etc. In log folder, we have log file managed. In third underscore party folder, we can include third party plugins, and we have already described the views folder. So friends, this is the overall directory structure of Codeignitor. So I hope you liked my video. If you liked my video, please comment, share and like. Apart from this, please don't forget to subscribe my channel WebGeeks. And for upcoming videos in the series of beginners for Codeignitor, don't forget to press bell icon for latest notifications. Thank you friends.